Hello, Kraut, you fascist piece of shit. I'm going to go ahead and reply to your video, but I want to skip ahead after you and the amazing atheist kind of go back and forth with your drum rolls and all that other dumb shit. I'm going to jump to the part where you exaggerate terrorism by showing graphic pictures and going on a big monologue about some horse shit, except I'm going to add my own montage and my own images of things that kind of bother and concern me personally.
Is drum roll. One is an accident, the other is a crime. The crime requires intent. Even worse in this case, the intent comes with an ideological motivation of overthrowing society, an ideological motivation to murder innocent people. As such, combating the ideology and holding people to account for their actions is more of a priority and has to be done by the general public than implementing traffic safety regulations, which are usually done by a bureaucrat. Diseases, by the way, are natural occurrences.
Not entirely true, and as a society we could make policy to limit their transmission and mutations.
And you could ban all cars, limiting accidents.
Or you could encourage policy that promotes public transportation, thereby reducing the number of cars on the road.
But diseases would still occur naturally.
So both of these issues can be addressed by the public, and I think you knew that, but you're trying to manipulate people.
At one point it will be necessary to face up to the fact that there is a fight that must be won against the ideas that caused this mess in the first place. Cynicism alone will not help, neither will stoicism. Neither will violence alone. What is needed is to brutally confront the ideas and doctrines which form the basis from which these vile attacks are justified. A bomb goes off. Okay, let's now continue as if nothing happened until it happens again.
A refugee center gets burned down in Germany. Okay, let's fucking cheer about it and pretend it didn't happen. And let's do it again. Then, let's attack 200 motherfucking innocent immigrants just to make our point.
At one point it will be necessary to face up to the fact that there is a fight that must be won against the ideas that caused this mess in the first place.
So yeah, what that fight is and what those ideas are, I think probably me and you are a little different in terms of what we think causes all this fucking violence. Then you drone on for another minute and a half with anecdotal shit like a manipulative fuck. I can do that too. So when I was younger and I was living in Germany, I was attacked by Nazis. Do you have a story like this, motherfucker? I bet you don't. As a foreigner, I didn't want to report this to the police, which turns out to be kind of a trend.
But for the purpose of this reply, I asked a sociologist to gather together some more information from papers.
More information from papers.
Some of you may know him through his YouTube channel, Dr. Layman.
Hi there, amazing banana. I'm Dr. Layman, and I've heard that you don't really give a crap about Islamic crime and violence.
Holy fuck! I thought the Kraut and tea guys sounded snide.
Give a crap about Islamic crime and violence.
You in the fucking cake there, motherfucker. I'm going to call you Dr. Snidefuck. Dr. Snidefuck goes on to present some staggering criminal statistics about foreigners, but like any manipulative fuck, he leaves out some significant statistical data to bring meaning to the numbers.
The debate about foreigners and ethnic minorities often neglects the fact that foreigners and ethnic minorities are not so much the dangerous class of violent offenders, but much more the endangered class of victims, exposed to xenophobic and assaults by young German right-wing extremists.
The subject of ethnic minorities and crime is often abused in the political debate for promoting xenophobic attitudes.
Crime at first glimpse about 5 times higher than that for Germans. If you look thoroughly at the shortcomings of the statistical database, the picture changes totally.
German and foreigners differ according to age, gender, social structure.
A differentiated analysis of the Bavarian police shows that the relation drops if only the registered population of foreigners is taken into account, drops more if offences that cannot be committed by Germans are taken off. Finally, the ratio drops even more when only male juveniles and young adults are considered.
The bad perspectives to get promising professional education and parents to face unemployment and dependency of the social welfare system. The fact that many juveniles face refusal by their German peers also contributes to crime. If one controls also the variables of violence, acceptance, and other socioeconomic variables, and the differences between the Turkish and native German populations vanish. This means that under the same social economic conditions in the milieus where violent legitimate norms prevail, like fucking neo-Nazi subcultures, skinheads, etc., particularly in East Germany, the prevalence rates do not differ. The distribution of poverty and unemployment is radically different for the foreign immigrants compared to the native German populations. The article goes on to explain other variables such as male to female gender gaps more widespread in the foreign population than Germans. So fuck you. German youngsters are less likely to report conflicts that are restricted to persons of their nationality peer group. That means foreigners get fucked more.
Research is quite evident. Many foreigners who were sent to pre-trial detention would not have been sent if they were German.
Other studies clearly demonstrate that foreigners receive harsher punishment than their German counterparts. These facts raise questions about what selective practices of judicious system explain the elevated prisoner rate. No fucking shit. A lack of language training programs, partly hostile living conditions, and unemployment make the integration more difficult. In East Germany, there is not only an overrepresentation of young violent offenders, but also right-wing extremists, skinheads, and other neo-Nazi activists. Where am I getting all these confounding variables that challenge your staggering statistics? Oh, a source from your own fucking video. I think that you and Dr. Snidefuck omitted them because they didn't fit your fascist narrative, and your aim was to manipulate people. Okay, Dr. Snidefuck, let's take a close look at this wonderful chart. So it says 66% of Muslims in Europe think of themselves as Muslims first. Then 13% think of themselves as what? Americans? You're a fucking doctor. Get a goddamn better chart.
Thanks for listening in, and back to you, Kraut.
I've said that the threat of Islamic terrorism in the Western world has been grossly inflated, mostly by those seeking to control and manipulate the populace through fear.
Admittedly well said. That reminds me, TJ, could you meet me on camera too? Hey, banana fucker. I still don't like you for your ruthless lying attacks to vegetarianism. I just wanted to let you know, although you are doing a good job fighting this fascist motherfucker.
You can disagree with that if you want to. You're always free to be wrong.
Our disagreement is that the Muslim threat to our societies is underestimated in my view and therefore prevented from being appropriately tackled.
Is underestimated in my opinion.
Fuck you, it is not. He provided you the goddamn numbers to show you exactly how much you should be estimating it. You are intentionally trying to manipulate people with your false narrative horseshit.
Isn't that what you're afraid of, by the way? Aren't you afraid of your country surrendering its values to Islam? Well, so am I, motherfucker, and to me, giving up on freedom of religion, freedom of speech, freedom of ideas, that is surrender to Islam. Because it's a tacit admission that our values can't survive against the might of Islamism.
So now you're just basically arguing on the basis of the assumption that I am some fascist who would take away other people's rights because I disagree with them.
You offer no meaningful solution, and you give people skewed data just to piss them off. What the fuck do you think a fascist is?
Well, you can go burn that straw man.
Go burn that straw man. Your whole goddamn narrative is a fucking straw man.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Ins Knie, Arschloch.